Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 6 of Marvel's What If. Last week's episode was a lot of fun. It was pretty crazy. Again, it was another darker episode. It was like we've had a couple of those back to back now. I hope this next one's a little more lighthearted because I feel like we need to switch it up just a little bit. It's not like a complaint or anything like that, but my gosh, it's got my heart just kind of hurting. Man, it really is. It was just like, oh, wow. I mean, they're throwing humor in here left and right, especially in that last one to balance out just how messed up the episode was. They did inject a lot of humor in it to kind of balance it out, but at the end of the day, it's still so bleak. And what's happening when you get past the humor is still pretty horrific. I think the Doctor Strange episode is still easily, personally, my favorite. And again, that one still had this hopelessness that it ended with, and I'm like, okay, all right, guys, we get it. Some of these universes are messed up, buddy. Let's have a good time for one. Let's see how this goes. Now, who knows? This one could go either way. I actually didn't see the posters for this one before it came out, so until seeing the title, as I just saw, I didn't really know which episode was coming up. I know they released like a mid-season trailer, and I just will let people know that like are new to the channel. Usually once the show starts, I don't watch any of the like promo trailers or anything like that that come out while it's in. So I usually don't watch the mid-season trailers or anything like that. So if you've seen anything in there, don't expect me to know it, because I only watch the trailers prior to the start of the show to try to just keep the experience fresh as possible. So if there's any teases, hints in there, that maybe some speculation that I have that I get wrong, just know I haven't seen that, and I don't plan on watching it, just so I don't have just any clue what to expect while these last 4 episodes come out. Now, this episode is What If Killmonger Rescued Tony Stark. Now, we saw glimpses of this in the original trailers that have come out, so I'm excited to see how this one plays out. We saw some little bits of it as it got into gear, so it'll be interesting to see how this one evolves. I imagine this one may not end up as bleak as the other ones, but we will see. But guys, if you want to see the full-length unedited reaction to this episode, or any of the other episodes that we've been covering here on the channel, or any of the other MCU content that we've been covering on the channel this year, you can check that out over on my Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel, gets you access to that as well. Just, you know, everything that just I have to cut out to squeeze everything into the 10 minutes that YouTube allows. You can check that out over there with the full length. Sync it up with your own audio and video, and you can see the entire reaction, man. It just helps support the channel. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into this episode, because here we go.
Every journey has a beginning, but change one step along the way.
Man, he's just getting more and more present. It's funny how he just was this like ethereal silhouette before and always in the distance, and he's just getting closer and closer and more visible. Guarantee he's going to interfere with something in the end by this time this season wraps.
Wait, give me a gun! Stay here!
That was a spectacular entrance, seriously.
We need to move now.
Fine by me. Lieutenant Killmonger? What is that, German?
A nickname.
That's clearly a good fit. I see where they got it.
Heroes are not born. They're forged in darkness, defined by sacrifice.
And I am Iron Man.
Without Tony Stark's fateful capture in Afghanistan, the man was saved, a hero was lost, and a villain was given a new chance.
Mr. Stark, were you injured in the attack?
No, but I did spill my drink. I saw young Americans killed by the very weapons I created to protect them, and I realized we have to do better. Which is why I'm bringing in Lieutenant Eric Stevens, the Navy SEAL who saved my life, as Stark Industries' new Chief Security Officer.
This is such a load of bull. It's supposed to be my promotion.
Oh, takes Happy's place.
I uncovered plans to assassinate Tony Stark while on a deep cover operation inside the 10 Rings.
Whoa, well, there you have it, folks. That's gonna be a wrap on this.
Alrighty.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Because
Ooh.
those plans were bankrolled by Stark Industries COO Obadiah Stane.
Oh shit.
I don't know what this kid's talking about. Let's get out of here and work through this.
No, don't you worry about that. I brought receipts. Wire transfers, bank
Dude, get wrecked.
I knew it! Tony, you son of a security!
Oh, man.
Ooh, get him, Happy.
Killers.
Yeah! You're Butch, I'm Sundance, just so we're clear.
So, Colonel Rhodes, what can you tell me about our knight in shining camouflage?
Graduated Annapolis at 19, MIT a year later. I mean, what's your concern, Pepper? I mean, other than the killing part.
A lot of people come around looking to get their moment in the sun with Tony Stark.
And what do you smell?
Nothing. And that's the problem. Everyone wants something.
Weapons in the wrong hands. Wish no one had to fire them at all.
For real. Then again, forget it.
What?
I developed plans for an automated combat drone. Thought I was going to make human soldiers obsolete, but I could never crack the interface.
Because you didn't have me. Let's do this. Let's build your science fair project. You saved my
Huh.
life. I'd like to return the favor. Jarvis, search the MIT doctoral thesis.
That's kind of what he tried to do with
You got an ear for branding, I'll give you that.
Voltron. Holy shit, it's a Gundam.
Design choice.
What? I like anime.
Yeah.
End up with the world's
Nice.
most expensive Gundam model.
Holy shit, they're just calling it out like it is. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, Michael B. Jordan loves anime, so that fits. I can't tell though, is that actually Michael B. Jordan voicing?
Showtime. It's only a failure if it explodes. Okay, that changes things. Hey, if we could miniaturize an arc reactor... No, that's a dumb idea.
What we need is vibranium.
Interesting.
I might have just the guy.
Ulysses Claw?
Oh,
Not.
I'm sorry, are you...
Tony's gonna deal with Claw.
In case you forgot, Stark Industries is not in the business of fraternizing with black market arms dealers.
She's right, Tony, I agree.
Wait, what?
We send Rhodey. There, he's U.S. Air Force, and he's the company's military liaison. We're all above board.
I think that's a great idea.
Excellent.
So, about that vibranium.
Oh, no foreplay, eh? You know what? It's a waste of time anyway.
Where did you find all this?
What's going on here? We've been breached.
Killmonger, you got eyes on this? Killmonger!
Was he using this plan just to get to more vibranium on his own? Oh! Dude.
Sorry, cuz. That ain't gonna fly.
Whoa, what the hell?
Stark R&D is no joke, but this... this I'm really feeling. Why wear the uniform of your own oppressors?
You gotta be part of the system to change the system.
Nah, you could burn it down.
He's still doing the things he wanted to do, man.
All played out just as you predicted it would.
We better load up the product. The door will be here soon.
Damn. Killed T'Challa and Rhodey. And he's got this Panther suit already.
We will not sit idly by when our resources are pilling.
Oh, and he got the death pinned on Rhodey.
Word to the wise, never play Clue with Jarvis.
You never lifted a finger in your life. What, you gonna ask Pepper to come and kill me?
You were right. Vibranium worked like a charm. What do you say? Is it killers?
Killmonger versus Gundam. Well, baby Gundam. Wow, okay.
Each one is for a kill. And believe it or not, Tony, I was really hoping you wouldn't make the cut.
For a minute, I really thought it was you and me against the world.
The difference between you and me that you can't see the difference between you and me.
Vibranium spear, Wakandan issue. Definite hit job.
The Wakandans wanted to send a message.
Not a very subtle.
Oh shit, he started a war with the US and Wakanda.
Conveniently.
What are you implying, Pepper?
Oh, I don't know. 3 murders in 2 days and 1 man at the center?
You are talking to a highly decorated naval officer.
It's cool, General. Cut the lady some slack.
They want a war, so that's what we'll give them. Put the Liberator drone. The U.S. military is hereby seizing control of all Stark Industries assets.
You must be joking.
No one has ever accused me of being funny, Miss.
That's fairly accurate.
Congratulations.
Wow.
You just invented 21st century warfare.
This is probably what it would have happened if Tony had let the military get a handle on his suit too, had he not kept it private.
Savages.
It's like you said, Wakandans are full of surprises. I come with the gift, an offering of justice.
We are at war, and he is still an American soldier. What does he know of our people?
I brought you the man who stole your vibranium and murdered your people as proof of my loyalty to Wakanda.
Man, he is such an expert at playing these sides, man.
You have the eyes of your father. He used to tell me stories about you, about watching the sunset from the top of Mount Bashanga with his brother.
They're built by Americans. We'll be home in time for lunch.
It will not be that easy. The drones operate via a hive matrix, communicating with each other in real time.
Then how do we cut them off from their network?
We let them inside our force shields. The electromagnetic interference will block their satellite uplink.
You're suggesting we let the killer robots into the city?
Disconnect them from the Jarvis AI. After that, we'll destroy them. The Americans won't have any vibranium left to rebuild.
Now, how's he going to get T'Chaka dead? That's what I want to know. When's that going to come into play?
What the hell is going on?
Some kind of interference.
It's working. You are right.
Thank you, nephew. You've made your uncle and father proud. You'll always have a home in Wakanda.
I want a little bit more than that.
Ooh. Wow. All right.
It's impossible. The drone should be disconnected.
Tony Stark. He must have built a backup transmitter.
Oh, wow. He's so good at this.
Wakanda forever!
I bet they're not programmed to attack him, though.
Wakanda forever!
Badass.
With this herb, you shall become the
Mm.
next Black Panther.
Was it worth it? You believe the cure for human suffering is more suffering. Power unearned can be a very volatile force, cousin. It will get the best of you eventually.
What? How did you get in here?
I'm here to help Miss Potts.
I knew it.
Oh,
Tony.
she's
And your
she's.
brother?
Ooh, you fucked up. Sure, he's just too smart, man.
It appears we have a common enemy.
Unfortunately, your side and mine refuse to see it.
So, let us open their eyes.
Heroes are never really gone. They live forever, as do the ones they inspire to carry on the fight.
What? No! I want no. I want an ending. What the fuck was this? Oh. Damn, man. I gotta. Yeah. We gotta get a part 2 to some of these, man. Cause like, that wasn't an ending. I think my voice just cracked. I'm a little upset that we didn't get like a conclusion, really. I mean, there's, to be fair, a lot of these we haven't got conclusions for. They've always left on a, but what if? Or, well, thing. Anyway. But it, like, felt like there was, like, a climax. And I guess the climax in this one was the little first battle between the U.S. Army and Wakanda, as we didn't actually get to see Killmonger in action in the suit either. I could have swore we did see some shots of that from the trailer, though. Maybe that's to come, like the first trailer. Maybe, I don't know. We know there's going to be some overlap coming forward, so maybe these last couple episodes we'll see something intertwine the universes that we've seen so far, and then we'll kind of pick up where some of these have left off. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really liked this episode, though. I really liked seeing how Killmonger's values were still intact, but he caught wind of Tony Stark's assassination and saw that as an in to get to where he needed to be, into a position to get everything he needed to get to Wakanda, and also everything he needed to topple the U.S. or start this war between Wakanda, while making himself out to be this idyllic hero. Man, this was a really well done episode. The action was on point. I like how it kind of infused a little bit of Michael B. Jordan into the character of Killmonger with the whole anime Gundam thing. I'm gonna let the credits play out a little bit, because I just want to see the voice cast on this. I want to see if that was actually Michael B. Jordan. Like, yeah, okay, it was. I just couldn't tell, you know. Sometimes they get some pretty solid voice work, or some people that can do some really strong, you know, impressions. Because it wasn't Gwyneth Paltrow for Pepper. Mike McGill's the guy that's been doing General Ross. Shuri, Azuyama Akaga? I probably said that completely wrong. But no, we got Denai Guerrera in here, Angela Bassett, Chadwick, Jon Favreau. Obviously, they had him. Andy Serkis, Don Cheadle, Paul Bettany. I really dug this episode, though. Like, from the premise, I thought it was very nice and straightforward. I liked seeing how Killmonger systematically brought himself into the system, and then at the same time, how he used and manipulated everything. Man, Pepper's got some good instincts, though. She smelled it a mile away that something wasn't right. I still love, though, like, this, how some people, like, got some comeuppance because of that, but like how he just, like, flat out revealed Obadiah to everybody. That was nice. I like that from the get-go. And I liked how seeing, like, being on the inside, like, Tony's experience, not just from the attack, because he did witness his weapons doing what they did, but he didn't see it to the extent because he didn't get brought into that encampment with the 10 rings, and then brought in to forced to try to make those weapons, and seeing how they're being used by both sides of the war on a deeper level. So, like, he didn't have quite the same response to that whatsoever. Still ended up making his own suit in a way, but that was I loved it, man. Making themselves some little Gundams. I really dug the style of this episode. I like the music in this episode. I like the I don't know, man. This was really well paced, I thought, too. It's a lot of fun, man. Well, by the end of this, when we finally get to the last episode, I feel like I'm gonna want to sit down and maybe, like, rank these myself, because, like, every time I'm like, oh, the order is a shifting. I like how T'Challa still, even in the afterlife, because I kind of didn't, until he got the herbs, I was like, I forgot about that part of the ritual, was going in and, like, communing with the previous Panthers. And since his father's still alive, his spirit's not there yet. But I don't know if they can just, like, willingly do that, because I would feel like maybe if T'Chaka and T'Challa had spoken in some way, he'd be able to reveal what had happened. But then again, I don't know if there's, like, some spirit rules where they can't interfere in that way. But, because, I mean, T'Challa, did he meet him when he was, like, when he was, like, in the in-between, when he was maybe gonna die? Or was that, like, after the herb? I forget. Because it's still in T'Chaka, right? Or maybe he removed it when he took over as king. I can't remember. But I really like that. The back and forth between T'Challa, seeing, like, the opposing views that they each had, and him. Again, this show's been, like, oddly enough, like, every, like, line that Chadwick Boseman has had as T'Challa has been very, like, poetic to his character, to T'Challa himself, to Chadwick as well, and has, like, this weight to it that feels like, because they didn't, I don't think there's no way they knew, I don't think Marvel themselves knew, because, I mean, like, Chadwick kept a lot of what was going on with his life very secretive, especially with the condition he was dealing with. So I don't know if they were in the loop about his life expectancy or not, because it just seems, it's very, like, eerily, like, it's really eerie how things played out with every moment and line that his characters had in this, that it just kind of, like, it just rings different knowing what happened, you know? And I don't know if they wrote it with that intent. Like, no, if they knew that this was going to be his last outing as this character, so they wanted to make all of his lines very impactful and weighty and inspiring, or if it's just coincidence, an unfortunate coincidence, if so, it still like sucks, man. It's still rough. Rest in peace, Chadwick, man. Wakanda forever, dude. Forever, man. Anyway, I don't know what else to really touch upon on this. I like how Shuri, like Pepper, just didn't trust him, and they kept her smart in that way, and then she was able to get the information just like Tony might have been able to do if he was still alive, from the feed, from the cameras and stuff like that, from the Jarvis AI, and use that to kind of hopefully maybe broker some kind of peace between Wakanda and reveal what happened. I'm surprised that T'Chaka actually made it through this entire episode. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we revisit this. But guys, what'd you think of this episode? What's been your favorite so far? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Remember, the full-length unedited reaction to this is on my Patreon, or if you join the YouTube memberships here on the channel, gets you access to that as well. Before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends, Mandy Sher, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yuri Korskov, and Margaret Grace. Thank you guys so much for your continued support, and everybody else who's been helping out over there on the Patreon that's working towards getting us an editor to help out with this kind of stuff. It's you guys are making that happen. Thank you all so much. I'm trying to make it worth your while over there as well, man. But for everybody else, if you want to join in the comments to share your thoughts, or you can bring it over into the Discord or my socials, links to all of those are in the description of this video. And yeah, that's it for this week's video. I'll catch you guys in the breakdown once New Rockstars drops theirs, and I'll see you guys next week with the next episode of Marvel's What If. Take care, everybody.